All right, what if a drug could add years to the life of your dog? A new study out tonight is underway to see if prolonging your pet's life is possible.
A Portage woman and her dog are participating. News Channel 3's Will Haney introduces us.
Let him in. Come on.
Meet Collins, the lovable 9-year-old golden retriever.
He loves people.
His owner, Cheryl Hach, is a retired science teacher of 30 years.
All of my dogs are named for scientists.
In this case, after Francis Collins, leader of the Human Genome Project and former director of the National Institutes of Health. It's a fitting name for this pup.
I got Collins so that he would be able to provide information to science. Anything that I can do that's going to add to the body of knowledge that's going to influence human health, canine health, I'm all about it.
That love of science driving her decision to place Collins in a new study by the Dog Aging Project. Researchers at the University of Washington are looking into the effectiveness of a medication called rapamycin. Scientists say early tests in rats and mice show the drug can slow the aging process with minimal risks.
I'm sure that eventually they'd like to be able to take the lessons they learn from dogs and be able to apply them to human health as well. It's a double-blind study, so I do not know if he's taking it or not.
It could be a placebo. If he is getting the drug, there's a chance it could help him live happy and healthy longer.
You are such a good boy.
If you'd like your dog to be a part of a study with the Dog Aging Project, like Collins here, you can head to their website at dogagingproject.org to nominate your furry friend.
We are paying a price at the pump right now because of the war in Ukraine. Right now, the average price for gas in Michigan, $4.25 a gallon. According to AAA, the national average, $4.33.
As gas prices reach record highs, it's fueling issues for multiple industries, including rideshare services. News Channel 3's Amira Austin joins us live right now in the studio to tell us why it might be harder for you to find a ride. Amira.
Good morning, Kirk and Laura. Now, I went to the gas station on my way to work this morning, and it cost me just $40 to fill up my little Kia. However, a West Michigan Uber driver, Christopher Burrows, tells me these high gas prices is costing him over $75 to fill up his van, so he's cutting back on how many rides he gives.
So, I mean, that's cutting a big chunk out of my pay every week. I mean, it's barely worth it to drive with Uber and Lyft not paying us any more than they were before.
Burrows says he's been driving full-time for 6 years in West Michigan and typically drives 30 to 40 hours a week. He says because the gas prices are rising, he's cutting back to only 15 or 20 hours a week. And he may start looking for a second job. A Lyft spokesperson tells me drivers are spending on average 75 cents more on gas per hour than they were a year ago. To help offset costs, Lyft is offering a new cashback program where drivers can earn up to 32 cents per gallon. Lyft says even though gas prices are higher, with more people getting out and about, drivers nationally are earning more per hour on average than they did last year. Uber is also offering a cashback program where drivers can earn 25 cents per gallon. An Uber spokesperson says that they will continue to monitor gas prices and listens to drivers' needs over the coming weeks. Now, when we reached out and asked Lyft and Uber about raising costs for riders, they did not comment. However, Burrows says he's heard prices have increased for riders in some markets.
An American journalist is among the dozens killed today in the Russian invasion of Ukraine. As attacks increase, a Kalamazoo County man is becoming more worried. News Channel 3's Chris Yu is joining us live in studio to explain why, Chris.
Yeah, Trisha, Ross Sapiak lives in Portage, but his younger brother still lives in western Ukraine. Now, with Russia launching an airstrike today not far from his brother's city, Sapiak says he's more concerned than ever before. Apartments under fire while the night sky is lit up in flames. Ukraine is entering its third week of being pummeled by Russian forces. Here in West Michigan, Ross Sapiak is keeping a close eye on his besieged home country while keeping photos of his younger brother nearby.
No one is safe in the whole Ukraine. That became evident today.
Sapiak's brother still lives in western Ukraine with his wife. The couple is helping refugees with transportation, food, and housing before they cross into Poland.
He told me that there were about 22 kids that were transported to the city where he is. most of them were born in 2022.
Sapyak says he talks with his brother constantly. Their latest discussion, the Russian airstrike on a military base that killed about 3 dozen on Sunday.
This is the first time that bombardment touched home, and it is now, it's a little bit more sobering. Intonation, you can hear this in his voice.
While the U.S. has placed sanctions on Russia and sent troops to Europe, Sapyak believes more needs to be done to stop the invasion.
The risk is bigger, in my view, not to interfere than interfere with the acceptable amount and prudent amount of risk and just send the message home that this is not going to be allowed.
Sapyak says his friends have been very generous, sending donations and supplies to Ukraine. Sapyak says his niece is also safe in Poland.